Namaste, my fellow strikers. Holy Materia here, back with another Shinobi Striker video. Today we're going to be doing a full showcase of the DLC 22 Naruto Last Battle. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with the ninjutsu, and we'll start with the one that's probably the best one, and that's going to be the most meta changing. So the True Seeker orbs. So this move is pretty OP. To be honest, when I was playing as just Naruto before we got the DLC, I was kind of underwhelmed with the Naruto cast character, but I forgot that cast characters aren't always that great compared to their jutsu when you can put them in whatever build you want. But yeah, this move is crucial. So let's just go ahead and read it first. So it says, the orbs surround and grant the user invulnerability against attacks. Enemies that touch an orb are damaged and their ninjutsu and ninja tool cooldown time is reset. Users can move and turn the barrier into a projectile. So when you first activate it, you get enveloped by it and you become that ball, and you can move around as that ball. Your movement is pretty slow and you can't jump or go up or down or anything. You just stay whatever plane you're on. When you activate it, you stay there. So if you're in the air, you'll just float in the air. You can't go back down. But if you hit people with it, it will knock them back and do damage, and it also breaks guards. And this move shreds through super armor. So this is like probably the hardest counter to super armor in the game that we have. So usually if you hit somebody, it knocks them back, but if the person is using some kind of super armor like purple lightning or demon hunter, or if the defense type is using a heavy attack, then they'll get hit multiple times by it, and it just shreds through them because it keeps on hitting them over and over again. So yeah, this is probably the hardest counter to super armor right now. They might end up patching this later, but I hope they don't, because we need some kind of counter to the super armor meta, because that's like the big thing right now. So once you input the command again, you'll use the True Seeker orbs as a projectile, and they have really good tracking, like kind of like amazing tracking, and that's what will reset the ninja tool and ninjutsu cooldown. And it's really crucial that it also resets the ninja tool, because if you hit a healer with it, then they also don't have their healing tag. So getting hit with that as a healer is very crucial. It's a hard counter to like the healer meta with the 3 heals. There are jutsu that can knock you out of the True Seeker orb when you're in the ball, but I'll talk more about those later in another video once I confirm like which jutsu can counter this. But yeah, this move is crucial, like especially on base battle, like running this along with something like Water Pillar, or even having this and like a heal tag and another healing ninjutsu on combat is crucial, because it's so good at protecting you. It really keeps people off of you. It's so funny to see other types running away from healers, because like most people don't really know how to deal with this yet, so everybody just kind of runs from you when you get in there. So it's like how the tables have turned. For me so far, this is the best move that Naruto Last Battle has given us. Okay, so let's go to the next ninjutsu, 6 Pass Chakra Rebirth. So this move is, to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in this move. Like when you read the description, it looks a lot better on paper than it actually is. First, let's just go over what it says. So it says, a jutsu that uses the power of the 6 Pass. Unconscious allies in its area are revived, their defense increased, and their health restored along with other allies in the area. When used, it sends enemies in the area flying back. So the most important thing here is where it keeps saying the word in its area, because that area is very small, especially the area that you can revive an ally in. Like you have to be right next to them. It's accurate to the series, because like when Naruto brought back Guy Sensei from the brink of death, he was like right next to him. He had to actually like lay hands on him. It's almost like that in the game. You have to be like close enough to that you're basically touching where they got KO'd from, and the area of effect of the heal is not much larger than that. So this is definitely not something that's going to be able to replace something like cellular extraction. Like when I was just reading it, I was like, oh man, why would we ever run cellular extraction? But yeah, this isn't like your secondary. You can't run this as your only healing move in something like combat and expect it to win, really. So the thing is that the main thing about this is that it revives your allies, but there aren't really many situations in the game where that's that important. Like if you revive somebody in combat, it's nice to have your ally back, but you still lost that point from them getting down in the first place. And in the way this move works, it's almost more advantageous to let your ally die and then bring them back, because they get full health when you revive them. But it doesn't heal them for full health if you just heal them while they're alive. So the revival is like the main part about this. So that automatically makes it more useful in game modes like base and flag. But in base, it's not that useful either, because it's only helpful if you are at the base where your teammate died. Like you can't really get to the next base as fast enough to be able to get in range to use this on somebody who got killed at a different base. So I think that the main place that this will be useful on is flag battle, if you're defending the flag and you have a teammate defending with you, so that whenever your teammate dies, you can revive them, and then it's like this endless chain where the enemy team can't kill both of you. But the thing is that it's such a very specific use, and even then you have to use like a specific strategy, like having 2 defenders and 2 people running the flag or something like that. So yeah, this move I don't think is going to be very meta changing unless they increase the area of effect for at least the healing portion. I can understand them making the area of effect small for the revival, but the healing needs to be bigger if this move is going to be shake up the meta. So yeah, when you're reviving your allies, you have to be close enough so that their little death icon turns yellow, and then the revival will work. Well, it's supposed to work. Sometimes it still doesn't really work even when it's in that area for some reason. But yeah, shout out to Inada850 for letting me know about that, because I would have never, it would have taken me forever to realize that. But yeah, I heard a lot of people wondering, like, how do you even revive people, or like it's not really healing people? But yeah, you just have to be really close for it to work. And the knockback is nice, but even the person that you're knocking back, they have to be like right up on you, and you have to time it almost like how you time something like body blow, because you can't activate it while you're getting hit. So you have to like do it as soon as they're right up on you, and then they'll get knocked back, which is nice, but it doesn't really work all that often. So yeah, this move was a little bit underwhelming compared to some of the others. Okay, so now let's talk about something else that was really exciting about this DLC. So the multi-shadow clone jutsu. So let's read it first. So it says, creates corporeal clones of the user. After getting behind the enemy, the user creates another 3 clones in front of them. The jutsu has a long cooldown. So yeah, that's the thing. So this jutsu has a 40-second cooldown, but it has 2 stocks. And since the beginning of this game, I've been saying that we need more than one substitution stock. Like, the game is so offensive minded that it's hard enough to defend ourselves just in general, but then the fact that we only have 1 substitution, and now there are ways to like seal subs and stuff like that. So I've always been saying that we need more than 1 substitution. But a warning though, if your sub gets reset, it will reset both of them. So if you get hit with something like Hazan Strike, it resets the whole thing. Even if you have 2 stocks, it'll reset both stocks. So yeah, be careful about that. So even though there's a 40-second cooldown, since you have two of them, it's kind of like having a 20-second cooldown, but you just have to be very careful the way you use it. So if you use both of them like right away back to back, then you'll have to wait that 40 seconds for each of them to come back. So yeah, so just keep in mind that when you use this, you kind of have to be more strategic the way you use it. And then let's go to the thing that a lot of people are very hyped about, the ultimate, and people are complaining about. So the 6-path massive Rasen Shuriken. So it says the user enters the Sage of 6-path mode, revives unconscious allies, refreshes their ninjutsu, and heals them gradually for some time. 2 massive Rasen Shuriken are conjured and fired at the enemies. Let me just say that, let me just get this out of the way, that I was wrong about this move not being focused on damage, because as far as I've seen, this is just a straight up one-shot. I haven't seen anybody survive this who got hit by it yet, like whether they were a defense type or like whatever was going on. This is also something that will break the True Seeker orbs too. So if somebody's hiding in that, you can knock them out of the True Seeker orbs using this ultimate. This move it has great range, it has great tracking. It takes a long time to charge, but it's worth it because it's so good. So yeah, with these jutsu and like healers are a lot beefier now. We're not to be trifled with. We're not that class to just attack and jump like we used to be. So yeah, healers can rejoice. We finally have a way to fight back, like without having to rely on our teammates who half the time don't protect us anyway. So yeah, that's the jutsu. Let's look at some of the other rewards. So you get there's 2 outfits that come with this. So we have Naruto the Last Battle version, where it's like the battle damage outfit for Naruto, and we also get the Asura outfit. And along with the Asura outfit, we get his hairstyle also. So yeah, all these things are pretty dope. There's 2 Shinobi boost scrolls. That's not all that important, but yeah, so I'm hyped about that Asura outfit because it also doesn't mess up Jiraiya's hairstyle. So that's super dope. You get the honorary title, #1 unpredictable ninja. And probably the most disappointing thing about the DLC is that the lobby action is not like really sexy jutsu. It's just a pose, like you don't transform or anything. But so yeah, you get that the lobby action. It says looking good pose 1. So we can assume that we're gonna get more than one of these. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. I was super hyped when I heard about this, and I gotta say I'm not disappointed. This is a dope DLC. Now that we've got the jutsu, we can experiment with it. I'll definitely have more stuff about this in the coming days once I find some different builds and everything, and play different game modes using these jutsu. So yeah, that's all for this one. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate like the 3K, man. I can't believe we already made it this far. Thanks for everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody stay safe out there. Peace and love.